Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have a dialogue because Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising just released their second open beta, and I played it all this weekend, and I gotta say, they cooked. I loved it. It is addicting. It is essentially crack. I kid you not. I'm talking about they cooked. We got big ass lobbies. We got combos. We got fall guys. We got training mode. We got really cool system changes that make the game feel a lot better than what it did before. And most importantly, we got Granblue threads, and they're cursed and nasty. Ew. But it works. But we got things to talk about, so let's go ahead and get to it. And before we get the video started, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because you know it's gonna support your boy. Please, we trying to get up there with the big dogs, so if you don't mind, support your boy. Alright, off rip, let's go ahead and talk about these Granblue changes. So from the first beta, I'm not gonna lie to you, it wasn't the best, it wasn't terrible, but it felt a little underwhelming. You know, the ultimate skills, they didn't really feel all that powerful and really good to use like that. The grab window was way too big to the point where you could cut your nails, make a sandwich, and read a Harry Potter book before you can tech out. Then you got Raging Strike, which, Jesus Christ, it was, oh God, it was very hard to react to, and it was super strong. And then for me, my personal, you know, since me being the Grand player, you know, I'm the showed up guy. I'm not gonna lie, shows didn't feel good at that time. Like the Oki just kind of felt iffy. Man, strike throw was essentially pointless, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. But thank the heavens, because now ultimate skills can be combo starters now for certain characters. I know for me, my boy Gran, the boot is a combo starter, and we get to loop it, baby. Ooh, it feels so good, and it still costs 50% meter, and once you hit it off, you can still gain some of that meter back to some extent. Regardless if there's a cooldown or not, you can still use it, but the damage will be scaled. And doing these ultimate skills during combos is so saucy. So you guys already know the Raging Strike, you know the drive impact of this game. Well, it got nerfed. It's slower, and now instead of costing meter, it costs 1 bravery point. However, doing a follow-up costs meter. But the thing is, with this Raging Strike ability, not only you can break guards and go into an advantage state, these can be used as combo extensions. And I love this so much, and I'm telling you, it brings so much sauce and new stuff to the game for different characters. You are able to do routes that you normally would never do in regular Granblue Versus, and it's pretty fun to do. Now, in exchange of that, there's some more risk and reward now, since now the bravery points play a more significant role. The more bravery points you lose, the more damage you're gonna take, and it's to the point where now TODs can low-key exist in Granblue now. Now you may be asking yourself, how are you able to get these bravery points back? Well, you confirm it to supers, since now supers can either give you 1 or 2 bravery points away from your enemy, and now you're gonna have them. There's a lot more risk and reward in this game now with these new changes. It just makes the pacing of the game a lot faster to me. On top of that, dash attacks got buffed a little bit too good, because you see dash and lights, they go a lot farther, they're plus, and they're good. Now there's ways to get around them, but man, they're good. And some characters, you can just straight up do combos with them. Now about that grab change, you see strike throw is back, but now grabs are a little different. You see now, you're able to take out of grabs with any of the face buttons, but they put you at a disadvantage. However, if you use the universal grab button, it makes everything even. Now we gotta talk about the controversial change that personally I like. So, technical inputs and simple inputs, you know, there's been a big issue with that, because back then in the first beta, technical inputs and simple inputs did roughly the same damage and had the same cooldown. There wasn't really a consequence to using simple inputs. So now they have it to where technical inputs do 10% more damage when they're by themselves, not during combos. So that's good. You know, I think it's a good compromise. It ain't the best, but it's close enough, and I ain't gonna really complain too much because I use both either way. You gonna get hit with this DP one way or the other. Now, there is a training mode in this beta, and yes, you can allow combos, certain situations, and you can play with not only characters from the base roster of Granblue Versus, but 2 additional characters that are in Rising, Siegfried and Anila the sheep girl. Yes, she's in here, she's cooked, she's essentially just the maid of Granblue Fantasy Versus, and she's fun. However, the cool side about this training mode is that if you are a new player, you can learn this game literally from the training mode, since they have a complete guide on how to play Granblue Fantasy Versus. You can even set up the trials to where how many times you mess up or how many times you want to participate in that trial, so you can learn hit confirms, how just the basic fundamentals of Granblue works, anti-airs, and even the new system mechanics that they introduced. You can learn all that in the training mode, and you can just practice it over and over if you just want to get used to the game. And I like that. And there's gonna be more once the full game drops. But all that is cool. But look at this big ass lobby system. Sweet Jesus, it's beautiful. And you can explore and traverse throughout the area, even though a lot of it isn't unlocked and open yet. But you can platform in my open lobby system. Mind you, I'll be real, this is probably one of the biggest lobby systems that ArcSys has ever done. I would even say maybe in fighting games, because this is a lot bigger than the Street Fighter 6 hub world. This is a massive upgrade compared to the base Granblue hub world. And yeah, I will even say shit, it's probably bigger than Tekken's. Like it's huge and a wide scale. You can fit up to 100 players in here. It's probably the same for Tekken other games. I could be wrong, but dude, it's a massive upgrade. Though my only critique with this lobby system is that I wish there was a sprint button, because you are just walking throughout the majority of it. Now, one little thing that I know it should be a staple for every fighting game, but not every fighting game has this, and it's a little bit weird on the ArcSys side. So now we finally got casual matchmaking. So you don't want to go to those big lobbies and interact with your homies and go into the arcade cabinet to play. Well, there's casual matchmaking now. So you can hop in the training mode, wait for queue, and boom, getting straight to a match. And I like that. You know, it's quick, straight to the point. If I want to hop on the game and get a match in, I can do that. What about the Granbruise mode? You know, the Fall Guys mode. Well, I say it like this. I only had 3 sessions on it because the matchmaking wasn't necessarily the best and it kind of took a long time. But the time that I did spend on the Granbruise mode, I found it to be fun. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my little Fall Guys session. I think my only critique is that I wish we can invite our homies into the session, and the matchmaking could be a little bit better, but I'm sure that can get fixed over time. Now, we already know this is a fighting game in 2023. How's the crossplay? How's the rollback? It's pretty stable. And I can fight my EU boys. Yes, sir. It works just fine. It's good. It's good. I would even say it's probably as good as DNF Duel's rollback, which I find that to be pretty good. So if you played that game and you felt the netcode on that, yeah, I think we're in good hands. And the crossplay was pretty good too. I really didn't have that many issues with this beta, actually. I didn't get to any disconnections. You know, I had some lag spikes here and there, but I mean, that's normal. It's not super perfect, but a lot of my matches went pretty smooth. And throughout this video, it may seem that I'm like overly positive about the game. Well, it's the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, this is a big step up compared to the first beta. I would even say it's a big step compared to original Granblue. Everything works. It's not perfect, but for me, at least in my opinion, the game cooks. It is really enjoyable, a lot more compared to the first beta, and I would even say in some aspects even regular Granblue. It got my seal of approval. Looking forward to the release on December 14th. Other than that, that's all I really have, man. So hey, you guys take it easy, stay safe, and be great.
Don't you want